Let's do the sex situation.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back, you sexy witches. Thank you for joining us again. You are with Such a Witch, so I'm Nat. And we are the podcast where we stir the cauldron of the creepy, the cursed, and the genuinely unexplained.
So
Woo!
today we are going to dive into one of our most anticipated topics, hospital and healthcare ghost stories. This sort of hits home for us a little bit because we are registered nurses, having done many a night shift. And if there's anywhere that spirits are going to hang out, it's a building that's got flickering lights, suspicious smells, and the staff are just running around purely on caffeine and vibes. So, also, all the dead people.
Oh, there's a lot of dead people.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the place to start, isn't it?
So we'll be delving into real stories shared on Reddit. We can always trust things on Reddit.
That's where we're from.
Also, a real life exorcism that took place in the UK hospice.
Apparently,
I've got questions.
Get all the deep.
It's Friday. Cheers.
Especially this week, babe.
But maybe don't listen alone for this episode because creepy.
Right then. So we get to the Reddit stories then, shall we?
Okay, so let's start with some stories from the ye old Reddit.
Legitimate source.
The legitimate source of information, because apparently no one casually drops trauma like anonymous healthcare workers online.
Well, even non-anonymous. I will drop a trauma story anytime. And we know that those night shift nurses have some stories for sure. Have you got any spooky stories?
I have one. I don't know if I've ever told you it. Have I?
I don't know if you have.
I can't explain it. And it must have been something because it's always stuck with me. So I did a night shift. Well, a bit of background actually. So me and Lynn's worked on the same ward. The ward layout was really weird. So it was like a U shape. Like a horseshoe shape, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the nature of the ward it was, we had a lot of side rooms. So if you were working like 1 to 9 beds, you'd have the majority of the side rooms all the way up like a long corridor and like a 4-bedded bay. And then if you were working 10 to 20, you'd have like, it was a bit more compact. So it was all together. You didn't have a massive walk. So when you were looking after 1 to 9 on the ward, you'd be sat at a nurse's station, which was opposite the office, and you'd have like a side room just off the off side of it, like the right side of it. And it had like a big shelf, well, not a shelf, but like somewhere you couldn't really see over the top properly. Like if you were stood over it looking down into the nursing station, your hands would be up like here.
Yeah, it was quite high, wasn't it?
It was really high.
So you could write your notes and stuff stood up.
It was great. Great for your back. It's always important in healthcare. But this night shift, I can't remember what time it was, but I was sat at this nurse's station. So I had 1 to 9. I was sat at this nurse's station writing up my notes. It was really early in the morning. So if I was looking down writing my notes in my periphery, I could just see above. Like the nurse's station kind of top bit.
Like the top shelf where we were talking about where you're writing.
I guess it was a shelf. I don't know what else to say for it.
It's like a worktop, I guess. Like
we would just say nurse's station, and that's how we would explain it.
I shall insert photo.
Yes, please. So in my vision is just above, and I was writing my notes, and I just saw someone just went past me. And it was enough to make me just raise up to see if someone had just kind of come and if they were walking around or come and say hello, etc. So I remember raising up my head and going, oh, okay, well, there's no one there. I didn't hear footsteps, and I just saw kind of like a movement. At this time, side room 9 door was open, so I stood up. I went over to side room 9 and just peeked my head in just to see if. Like at night, you kind of poke your head in the rooms, you go and see if all the patients are okay. If it's a certain time, you have to enter catheters and all that kind of stuff. So I wondered if the healthcare I was working with, who was looking after the bays with me, had gone in there to do something. There was no one in there. The patient was asleep. I was like, okay. So I went down to the bottom of the ward where the other nurse and the healthcare that looks after the bottom end was sat. They had their little nurse station. And I kind of went, has anyone been down here? Looking at me like, no, I ain't been down here. I was like, okay. And they went, why? I can't remember who I was on with either. I just remember this kind of like black mass just
Oh my God.
moving across.
What sort of time was it?
I think it was early morning, so it was past like, I'm talking to Lynn's because she knows exactly what it's like to work on a night shift on the ward that we worked at. I'm guessing I think it was around 2-3 o'clock. That's the only way I can describe it. It was the prime time where
witching
you've done
hour.
your jobs. Well, it is the witching hour, yeah. You've done your jobs though on the ward, and you'd be sat down writing up your notes, into the patient's notes about what's gone on. And that's the only thing I can think of, and it just unnerved me. Really, I just couldn't explain it.
No explanation. And you know what? Those side rooms I always call like the death rooms. So side room 8 and 9, I've had, especially in the side rooms, I'm sure side room 3, side room 8 and side room 9, I've always had on multiple occasions where the alarm has been going off and no one's in the room.
Yeah.
And you just have to go in and turn it off and be like, okay.
I remember one of the healthcares, one of the senior healthcares telling me something about side room 9, and she was doing a night shift, funny enough, and she saw a patient come out, and then I think because it was night, she kind of wanted to go and see what they doing out of bed, what they need, and she went down and they were fast asleep again. So it is something about side rooms.
Or is it we're tired and like our mind's playing tricks on us?
This is it too.
But I'm sure that we've had stories where where people have their breaks on a night shift, people have said that they've felt like somebody tapped them on the shoulder or feel like they've been in the room.
I know exactly who you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Is the wonderful nurse we used to work with called Nemi.
Oh, we love Nemi. Legend. She's retired now.
Good for
Cheers,
her.
Nemi.
Cheers, Nemi. Good for you. She told me that she'd gone on a break on a night shift into like it was when I eventually kind of went and then I'll go out, and she said that she'd lay down on the sofas and it was dark, and she said she felt someone smack her head, and I remember her coming out going, did anyone come out? Did anyone come into the cell? And we were like, no, Nemi, we've been out here. And she was just like, someone just hit me on the head in that staff room. We were like, ooh.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
No, absolutely not having it.
Have you not had any weird experiences?
Only really the call bells going off.
Okay.
I don't think I've really had any, nothing like significant. The call bells going off on their own, yes. But I always was like, it's obviously just some sort of electrical thing going on. But I don't know. We've seen many people pass away, and you have your little traditions that you do, like open the window and stuff to, let the spirit out and stuff like that.
Yes, we work with a lot of people from different cultures and religions and backgrounds and stuff like that. So it was always quite interesting to see how people dealt with death, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, so we've got a few. Let me try and see. So we've got one from a midwife. So it says, midwife here on a night shift. I was on my way back to the labs to drop off some bloods. Saw an old woman in a hospital gown standing at the end of the corridor, looking out the window. I popped into the nearest ward to grab a nurse. I didn't know if this patient was supposed to be wandering about. Sounds like yours. Yep. And then we've said, there's one here. I used to work in a hospice inpatient unit, and we had multiple patients who were in the last days of life tell us to get the kids that were playing out of the room.
Oh, no.
Patients would also see a little boy and girl running around. There were never any kids on the ward at that point, but turns out that it was on the site of an old children's hospital. And then another time... Well, that sounds... We'll get to the hospice one, but that sounds quite similar to the hospice. So then another time, I was on nights and I was looking after a really lovely young guy who was at the end of life. I was asleep in between nights and suddenly shot up in bed and thought, Mr. X has just died. Told myself not to be so silly, looked at my phone to check the time, and I went back to sleep. And then that evening when she came back in, the patient had indeed died, and at the exact same time that I'd woken up. And when she mentioned it to another nurse, she casually said, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too. He just wanted to let us know." Oh, can you imagine?
You don't fucking know us. Why is he letting us know? I'd rather not. No.
You'd be like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm not on shift right now."
Yeah.
Get out
Back off.
my dreams.
Interesting
Get out my dreams.
though. So,
Yeah.
they used to tell me like stories of like the staff on a night shift would hear like running above, because it also used to be kind of like a children's hospital back in the day, and they used to hear footsteps just running across like the roof and stuff like that. You'd see me get my bag and fuck off, mate.
No. What is it about young kids? What is it about children ghosts that are just...
Oh, they're all Victorian ghosts, like, oh
Yeah.
God, I'm a ghost.
There was a Victorian one up here somewhere. There we
Why
go.
don't you ever see a ghost caveman?
Also, like, you don't see many like ghost guys from the 90s in their like Kappa tracksuits. Do you know what I mean? Like, with their hair overly gelled and
like, hey, Oasis, man, Oasis.
Yeah. Why are they always Victorian?
They're always just like sickly little Victorian children, just like, I died of the pox.
Help me get home to my mummy.
No.
Go to the light, sweet child. Well, there's one here from Jolly Credit 9768. That was his name. It says, I was working. Yeah, Jolly Credit, whatever that means. I was working nights in a rehab unit in a large Victorian building in Bournemouth. The building had several staircases and a basement none of us would go down at night. It was that time in the night when it just started to get light, so not quite dawn, and suddenly from the staircase that came up from the basement there was an overwhelming smell of burning between the stairs and the front door. We looked for a source of the burning but couldn't find anything amiss. The smell then disappeared as quickly as it had happened, and we recounted this experience at the morning handover, and several of the day staff went white and looked at each other furtively. I don't know. Furtively. Whatever. They then told us that we had experienced was the burning monk. The story was...
no.
Yeah. The story was that the building had previously been a monastery, and the monk had been cooking in the kitchen in the basement, and his robes had accidentally caught fire, and he had run up the stairs on fire and outside the front door.
Was he cooking?
I don't know. Stew. Is that what they used to be?
Why is it always a monk as well?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
Don't you work for the Lord, and therefore, why are you in purgatory as a ghost? Like,
well, we hear some of these. We listen to true crime, Natalie. We know that not all these monks are,
That's a story for another time. I mean, do you know what? Like, you could tell probably a lot more ghost stories, not necessarily related to kind of healthcare. Because I've got one kind of...
What, a hospital one or just a ghosty?
It's a kind of a ghosty one, but like Worcester has a beautiful cathedral.
Yeah,
it's stunning. It's really lovely. I did like a school. It's stunning, hun. I did like a school project where I think it was junior school. It might have been early high school. I can't remember. But you had to kind of write about the Worcester Cathedral. So you do like a little kind of like booklet. So my mum took me to Worcester Cathedral to do this tour. It's fantastic. I fucking loved it. I'm a history slag. What can I say?
Oh, me too. Right up my alley.
And we went down into the crypt, and it's obviously very cold because it's beneath the kind of foundations, so it's going to be cold. But I remember going up kind of so we went down the crypt, and we were going up this kind of narrow stairs, and I felt someone just pushed me at the back. But I don't it made me kind of go,
yeah, like what the hell?
But it was just a gentle kind of push. If that's a fucking monk, okay, hun.
Say, get your filthy hands off me.
Get your dirty, disgusting pedo
Well, you say that, but so in the old house that me and Matt, my husband, used to live in, was actually owned by his granddad. And his granddad was called Ted, bless him. I remember being in bed, sort of faced away from the door, because I used to sleep nearest the door because of the kids being in the other room, and I'd wanted to like hear out for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely thought that one of the kids had come in and like tapped me on the back to sort of be like, "Mummy, I'm here." And then I turned around and nobody was there.
Ugh.
And I was like, that's Ted playing a bloody trick on me, because he's the sort of bloke that would have like played a trick. I was like,
Not tonight, Ted. Back off.
not
Like, no
funny,
way.
Ted. Ain't you funny, pal? But I was a young mother, didn't get much sleep, and I can't be dealing with him tapping me on the back in the middle of the night, you know? I need to get this heads.
Don't need you, Ted.
But to be fair, I just went back to sleep. I was like, whatever. I was that tired.
It's weird, isn't it? Because the kind of feelings, like, is it in your mind? Like, is it kind of like a thing where, I don't know, like, it's just,
Yeah,
these
like I
are
said, like playing tricks on you again.
yeah.
I don't know. I like I've always said, I think we'd be silly to not suspect that other things exist, because just because we can't necessarily sense it with our known senses, there could be other things that are around that exist we can't sense, isn't there? So that could just be that one thing that we have picked up. Like they always say, kids and animals, don't they? And so one of my best friends, Nicole, her little boy Harry, whenever he comes round, and I don't know whether this kid is just playing a trick on me, he's only 2, and he always looks at our window pointing like there's somebody there, and he gets all freaked out, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Harry, but I will have to burn my house down if you keep doing this. And he does it every time, and I don't know whether he does it because he gets a reaction from us or what, but he's a 2-year-old. I mean, how manipulative can a 2-year-old really be about ghosts? You know? Does he know what a ghost is? I don't know. But I'm like, absolutely not, Harry. This isn't happening, pal. No.
I guess because I like animals and children, just really pure spirits. They're not kind of like influenced by anything. They're just kind of like innocent minds.
Yeah. Like why would they be influenced by another being? Because they wouldn't know what it was. It was just something. It was when you see those videos and they're like, "Mummy, Grandma says hello to you," and I'm like, "Oh my god, no!" Or I used to be. There's one that's like little boy was like, "I was on the Titanic, and this is my second."
What are you doing here?
You're like, "Oh, what do you say if kid comes out with that?"
I think it's quite interesting when they talk about things in like a past life situation, or they draw things like. It's never a good scenario when a kid fucking draws like their imaginary friend and they're just like big honking monster.
He hangs around with me.
Dave, somehow.
So there was one story that I found quite sad. So it's called Devil in the ICU. It says, my mum used to work night shift at the hospital before she retired. This was years ago. She had a terrifying experience where she recently told me about. During one of her shifts, she had an elderly patient that was in the ICU getting ready to pass. And oftentimes my mum would sit and sort of sit with her patients during that time, just during her downtime. And this one woman was crying. So her mum held her hand and she asked what was wrong. And while still crying, the woman said that he was here for her. And she said that he was evil when he was alive and he's just as evil now. And confused, her mum was like asking the lady what she was talking about, and she was actually talking about her husband. And the woman told her mother that her dead husband made her life a living hell while he was alive, and now on her deathbed had been in her room for days tormenting her. And he told her he was here to take her. She said he'd been standing in the corner of the room since she was admitted to the ICU. And then her mother offered to pray with the woman, which she accepted. And then the woman eventually passed, but told her mother that before that she no longer saw her husband and was able to go in peace. Can you imagine? That's awful, isn't it?
You'd be like, you'd go into that room and she'd tell you this stuff and you'd be like, where is he? Where is he?
I'm going to fight him in the corner. Shirtless. I'll do it. You know, they say fight to the death. I literally will fight the dead.
Who the fuck do you think you are, kind of
I
encroaching
know.
on this woman's
The
last
absolute
moments?
audacity of these men.
Mr. God,
Honestly, absolutely not.
that is
No.
horrid. Horrid. Though. Can you imagine being on your like? I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of death. I'm sorry to bring this down, but we have
Yeah.
seen and dealt with a lot of death. We don't really know, or we kind of see it, but we don't
Well,
understand it.
we've seen some sort of what weirdly called a nice death, where it's really peaceful and they're surrounded by their loved
Yes,
ones.
very much.
And then we've
Those are
seen
nice.
some like really traumatic, horrible ones. And then we've seen some where patients can get quite distressed, can't they? And it's like, what are they seeing? What are they getting stressed about?
Yeah,
You know?
it's weird, isn't
And
it?
they like hallucinate and stuff. Well, we think they're hallucinating. I mean, I don't know. Like it could be, you could actually be seeing things, couldn't they?
I hope it's
Just
nice
imagine.
things. I hope it's not your fucking awful fucking ex-husband or
Can you
whatever
imagine? Oh,
in the
God,
corner
I want to
room.
see my ex there. I'd be like, oh God, I thought I got rid of
Oh,
you. I
Jesus
might go in with you,
Christ.
pal.
No thanks.
Absolutely
If it was
not.
Matt, if Matt died before me and Matt was in the
Well,
corner, I know for a fact he's chatting shit about something. And I'm like, can you get him to shut up? I love him, but get him to shut up.
like, I'm just trying to rest.
Jesus. That's awful. Jesus Christ.
I know. Poor woman. I hope she has a lovely, peaceful afterlife and her husband is long gone, nowhere near her.
I hope he's getting fisted. And then
By the devil.
how? By how the devil?
I hope there's a spit roast in hell with your name on it.
Yeah, fuck you, pal. Leave her alone.
You leave her alone.
You leave her
Poor
alone.
child. And then what else have I got? Oh my God. I worked in a paediatric hospital and always heard that the 4th floor right outside our oncology unit was haunted. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Says I worked 3 12-hour shifts normally and I would pick up overtime and I picked up a night shift. I was working in the NICU, which happened to also be on the 4th floor, but on the opposite side. The oncology unit had a staircase that was a shortcut down to the cafeteria, which was on the 2nd floor. And at about 3 a.m, witching hour, I was ready to take a short break and wanted a cup of coffee from the cafeteria. So I decided to take the staircase. I walked through the automatic double doors and saw a kid skipping down the hall. I called out to him as I was afraid the little kid had snuck out of a patient's room. As soon as I called out to him, he turned and in a blink of an eye, totally vanished. A lot of other nurses and doctors had seen the same little kid skipping in that same hallway. Of course, I talked it up to exhaustion, but didn't really think about it much after that. But you're damn sure I didn't use that hallway at night ever again.
Fuck no.
Hell no. What is it about the little kid?
Do you know when you said he was walking down and he said something and he turned? I just imagined this kid just going,
oh, flipping the bird.
heck off.
Catch me now, motherfucker. Is it like Louis Spence? You gotta catch me first. I'm like a whippet.
I'm like a whippet. What are they gonna do? They're gonna see me? I doubt it.
And I think that's it. I don't know if there's any more. I mean, I could go on all night, to be honest.
Oh, gosh.
Could go on all bloody nights.
There's lots, essentially. I've
So
got
many.
one, which is quite weird. Shall I do mine?
Okay. Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Why does wine give you such a clacky mouth? Do you get that?
It's like just stripping all the moisture out of you.
Clacky
But
mouth.
also gets rid of all the fucks.
It does. We like no facts. So, okay. I work as a nurse at a hospital in the UK that was initially constructed during World War II and was supposed to be a temporary facility. However, this was not the case and it was further built upon and still remains as a highly modernised building. I recall doing a night shift during the winter time and I had a patient admitted to us with an infection but otherwise had no illnesses that could affect their cognitive function, i.e. dementia, learning difficulties, etc. At around 2-3 a.m. with the bed watching her. I don't fucking think so.
No.
No. And I felt a shift in energy despite myself telling the patient that there was nothing to be concerned about. Once settled, myself and the other nurse that came with me had turned to leave the room and witnessed what I can only describe as a shadowy figure pass through a set of double doors outside the side room in which the patient resided. The doors are behind a bit of an alcove, so you can't see them from the side room, but once you leave the room, you can see them. After a few seconds, both myself and the responding nurse clicked on to the fact that the double doors are always locked and have to be unlocked with keys. Time it took for us seeing the figure pass through that area and how long it would take to unlock the said doors, pass through them, and lock them again from the other side would be near on impossible. I'd be going home.
No.
Ta-da!
Oh my God. Do you know what? I don't know why. Whenever I was on night shift, I didn't actually really get that freaked out. I think maybe it's because I used to always think, oh, I just put it down to it being a patient.
But do you know what, mate? I used to dread night shifts. Genuinely.
But to be honest, Nat, I'm just going to out her right now. Natalie used to look awful at the end of night shift. I don't know what you used to be doing. You'd be like, rough shift, babe. You'd be like,
look, the shaming of my image in the morning. I used to go to work pristine.
Yeah,
right, hair done,
delicious.
and then they used to come on, and I used to look like I'd been an extra in the Shaun of the Dead. Like, it's not even funny. I fell asleep giving handover once. Genuine fact. It was Shyla, beautiful Shyla. She had to go, Nat. And I was like, eh? Night shifts just were not it.
No,
for me,
not
mate.
for you, are they, hun?
No.
No. I'm just glad we haven't got to do them anymore.
Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Shall we go on to talk about Powick Hospital?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I think we should go. So we're going to share some stories from our neck of the woods. So Powick Hospital, I don't think it's there anymore, but
nope.
Obviously, there'll be stuff
now,
built on it now. So, Powick Hospital. Oh, hang on. So, Powick Hospital, formerly known as Worcester County Pauper Lunatic Asylum.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. But the word lunatic just sounds really ominous, doesn't it?
It doesn't fill me with a lot of good vibes, no.
That wouldn't be particularly PC now, would it? Lunatic.
Lunatic, no, it wouldn't.
So this is just outside of Worcester. It's sort of on the way to Malvern, isn't it? So it's accumulated a number of spooky legends and ghost stories over the many years, mostly shared by former staff, local residents, and urban explorers after its closure in 1989. While none have been officially proven, they become part of Worcestershire's local folklore. So Powick Hospital was a psychiatric facility located on 552 acres outside the village of Powick near Malvern, Worcestershire. It opened in 1847 and at its peak housed around 1,000 patients in buildings designed for 400. We thought
Jesus.
our bed situation was bad.
It
was terrible. So during the 1950s, the hospital gained an internationally acclaimed reputation for its use of the drug LSD in psychotherapy pioneered and conducted by Ronald A. Sanderson. In 1968, the institution was surrounded by controversy concerning the serious neglect of patients, and in 1989 it was closed down, leaving Barnsley Hall Hospital in Bromsgrove as the remaining psychiatric hospital in the county. Most of the complex has now been demolished to make way for a housing estate. I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd want to live on that housing estate.
Fuck no, thank you. I think it's flats, isn't it?
I want to live in those flats.
Jesus. So, former staff, urban explorers, and locals have all reported strange activity. Go figure. So, footsteps in empty corridors, shadowy figures, and a feeling of being watched. So, even hearing patients crying or banging, even though the building has been empty for decades.
Ooh, so one of the most persistent stories is of a female nurse in Victorian uniform.
You know what it is? Victorians are fucked about and found out because they did so much Ouija shit.
It's
they
the
did
era.
all the Ouija.
Do you reckon that they just have lots of unfinished business in the Victorian times?
Apparently so, because they're all just knocking about still.
They need to sort their bloody life out when they were alive, didn't they? So in Victorian, so we're seen down the long corridors late at night. And witnesses, mainly former staff and security workers, described hearing footsteps, keys, and slamming doors, as well as a figure disappearing at corridor turns, usually reported near the former female wards. The nurses thought in legend to represent an exhausted asylum staff who worked long night shifts during the 19th and early 20th century. We know about that, don't we? Mm-hmm.
I've lost my script. Bear with. I've got it.
Bum,
So,
bum, bum.
bitch. So that feels sad more than anything else. We should have, having worked on wards, we know how. I mean, nursing is just ruined me and Lindsay. Thank you very much.
Mentally, physically, emotionally,
every kind of way. So we know it's a really hard job.
Yeah, I know, and I bet they had a tough old time back in that day because I know that we thought that we had it bad, but can you imagine? We used to get stressed out if we used to have like a patient, what we called boarding. So they'd be like an extra patient down the corridor. But if we were only meant to have 400 patients and there's 1,000 of them, can you imagine? And they're all lunatics as they're describing them. It must be horrific. Can you just imagine?
I mean, can they honestly be shocked when someone went up to them and went, "These conditions aren't good"? And they're like, "Really? Really?
What on earth do you mean? Can you please explain?
This patient sleeping on the floor.
Do you reckon there was a formal audit and report that had gone into the conditions of these patients?
A day text.
Yeah. Do you reckon they had a full patient safety debrief about what was happening, a round table?
No,
I don't think that they did.
So no wonder. Gruel.
Yeah, like living on gruel, all living in it's probably got 3 to a bed. Oh, can you? Oh no, thank you.
It's a different time though, isn't it? It's like if you look at like how prominent Victorian times is in relation to like disease, the amount of disease that used to happen because people were just living on top of each other.
Yeah, and
like cholera.
No vaccinations.
No vaccinations.
Not for me.
Which kind of controversial opinion on my part, I grant you, but I think it's quite controversial that people decide not to give kids vaccinations.
Yeah, I agree.
Nowadays.
But that's because we are medical, so we, we can see that actually they're like, well, why would they get measles? Because everybody else has been vaccinated. Well, if everybody didn't get vaccinated, then the measles would be everywhere. And they still are. It still is around, isn't it? I'd rather the vaccine. And really, they'd like to going on about autism as a, really, I don't know.
That's all been debunked.
I know. And they're still like, no, I'd rather not. Well, do you know what? When your kid does get these illnesses, you're going to be full of regret. But we'll leave it at that. We're not going to be changing anyone's mind, are we?
I mean, and we're not here to. That's your prerogative. That's absolutely. But we have our opinions, and quite frankly, I think you're all mad.
I have vaccinated my children, and I will vaccinate myself.
Absolutely.
Good for you. You go, Glen Coco.
Enjoy your measles.
Enjoy your measles.
Enjoy your measles. But yeah.
So, do you want to hear about this hospice that apparently
the fuck's that about?
It says this. Hang on, let me just make it a bit bigger because I'm blind.
Blind? You are. Do you know what, listeners? Just so you know, Lindsay is so fucking blind. It's unreal. Like her glasses are milk
Does it
bowls.
work on the camera?
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Bro! I don't think anyone can have worse.
Can't even get back on my head. They're that big.
They're literal milk bottles.
I have to have them thinned down because otherwise they're like.
Thank God. They'd be like out here.
A gift. They're the blokes like.
That's you.
I think I sent it you today, didn't I? That one.
Did you?
I think so.
Oh, yes.
I send you a lot.
It's from Trailer Boys. Look, me and Lindsay talk every day. We're obsessed with gifts.
Yeah, we communicate purely through gifts. Just be like
communicate. But we know exactly what each other means. It's so good. It's all fine. Thank God for the gift.
Oh yeah. If anyone saw our conversations, though, apologies.
We'll pay for your therapy.
We'll have to burn all the evidence if one of us die. Let's make a pact. Pinky promise.
Yeah, pinky promise. We'll burn all the evidence. They'll never know.
It's all in the data metaverse, is it?
Metaverse, yeah.
Is that what it is?
But if anything, if they did get hold of it and it was made into a book, it'd be a cracking read.
Maybe we should ask for it. All of the data.
No.
We'll publish this. You know, if we make 1 million subscribers, we'll publish all of our conversations.
Do not.
Come on, guys, like and subscribe.
No, don't like and subscribe. Back it out.
Right. Hospice exorcism. We're going off track. We do this all the time. So staff at an NHS hospice in Norwich said they experienced a number of strange and unsettling incidents in 2023, including repeat sightings of what they believed was a young girl wearing a red dress.
Child. Now.
Again, was she Victorian though? That's what we want to know.
Go. All right, Governor.
I bet it was Victorian.
All right, Governor.
The reports were worrying enough that the hospice chaplain reached out to the Church of England for advice. The hospice, Priscilla Bacon Lodge near Coleman Hospital, is built on land that was once housed the Jenny Lind Children's Hospital, which closed in the 1970s. Some staff felt the history might explain what they thought they were seeing.
So emails later released through a Freedom of Information request and reported by the Telegraph show the chaplain contacted the diocese,
yeah, whatever.
Diocese?
That's what we're going to call it.
Of Norwich to ask for guidance from its deliverance ministry team.
Ooh.
A specialist pastoral group, but sometimes linked to exorcisms, which I didn't even know was a thing in England.
Do you think they have T-shirts and like hoodies and like we're the deliverance ministry team? We're the special pastoral group. We do exorcisms, yeah.
For you, exorcisms for you. So,
Yeah.
In one email, the chaplain said that paranormal incidents had been really upsetting staff and that he was waiting for support and advice. At the same time, the hospice chapel had been closed. Oh dear. So the chaplain was organising a final service to mark the end of its use. He asked if he could use holy oil from the Norwich Cathedral during a concluding ceremony and Holy Communion, saying it had been a difficult period for staff. What? The cats are kicking off. Pack it in.
Who are you two? Is it
Jesus.
two of them?
It is two of them. Jesus. While deliverance ministry was discussed, no exorcism
actually took place. Are they joking? So did it happen or not? We need this addressing. So both the local NHS Trust and the Diocese of Norwich confirmed that the deliverance team did not attend the hospice and no formal rite was carried out. Are they just trying to hide? Are they just trying to hide what they're really up to? We need answers.
Jesus Christ. The Church of England later explained that the deliverance ministry is meant to support people who are distressed and is usually focused on prayer and pastoral care rather than dramatic rituals.
No,
NHS England. Oh, see, NHS England have been asked to comment on the situation, but they haven't.
They're trying to hide.
They're not gonna, mate. It's the fucking nun is happening apparently in this place. Have you seen?
Yes, I have.
Very unnerving. Can you imagine if that's fucking walking down a corridor at you?
I'd be like, look, bitch, I'm sick of your shit. Just calm down. Just trying to do my job. Do you not know that life is hard enough as it is without you coming in and doing all these antics? That's what I'd say. So anyway,
I did. I'd be like, see you later. Bye. You're making to see me. Shit. Telling you
They'd be like, who's Lindsay talking to? No one's there. I'm like, listen, bitch.
You fucking nun slag is right in front of me. I don't know why I've gone American.
Yeah, you nun bitch.
Nun bitch.
You bitch.
Listen, cracker. But Norwich. Okay, do you know what? I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to go to Norwich.
Why not?
This is
maybe
the
that's
fact.
where that could be where we do our investigation. Could go ghost hunting there.
Listeners from Norwich, are you haunted AF? Do you need us to come and hunt those ghosts for you?
Did this exorcism, non-exorcism actually do anything?
You see, you've said now. I've got a question for you.
You
So
ask me.
you led me into a false pretense that an exorcism happened.
Well, this is what they said. The Independent. Was it the Independent? Telegraph.
The
The
Telegraph.
Telegraph. It's meant to be a legitimate source.
Well,
They said that there was an exorcism, and then NHS England and the church are like, oh no, actually, it didn't happen. We need this to be clarified.
a newspaper telling the truth, though. Come on, it's like the Sun newspaper telling you there's not going to be any tits on page 3.
I mean, aren't there any tits on page 3 anymore?
There's always tits on page 3.
Bring back the tits. We want to see them.
Tits.
Come on, Nat, get yours out.
Pair of heterosexual.
I'm sitting here waiting.
Right. Look, our friendship relationship it's really turned now. She's getting a bit feisty. Oh, Jesus.
A tit a day keeps the doctor away.
Oh, gotta laugh. And
We have a laugh, don't we? We have a laugh.
We always have like. Do you know what? Do you know how me and Lindsay used to get each other through the day? And apologies for anyone in Scotland or Australia, but me and Lindsay used to talk to each other in a Scottish or Australian accent.
Yeah, we do our handovers in like an Australian accent.
I don't give a shit.
Then this is Julie. She's in room 9.
Oh, Shrove, mate.
She's come in with a low respiratory tract infection.
Oh, crikey.
She's on IV antibiotics 4 times a day.
Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Have you seen Apex? Have you seen? Oh,
are you
the only person? No. Are you the only person in the world that hasn't seen the movie Apex on Netflix?
Oh, I've never even bloody heard of it. Apex.
Have you not seen this kind of I guess video or meme going around of like, is it Taron Egerton?
Yeah.
And he's like, you've got about 10 seconds to get away from me, or at the end of the song to get away from me, and he's like, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it now. Am I gonna watch it tonight?
To the Chemical Brothers. It's really good.
What's it about?
Really good. It's about a cannibal.
A cannibal?
A cannibal.
Like,
what other fucking cannibals do you?
What? It could be a cannonball.
Oh, or like Cannon and Ball, like the old comedians. I saw them in Butlins once. True story.
Cool story, bro.
It's about the wine everywhere.
That sounds really cool.
See, I fucking hate this bitch.
Right then. Right, we haven't even concluded that the hospice exorcism...
We haven't.
Did it even happen? Stop lying to us, stupid bloody Telegraph. I'm going to email them.
Release the files of the exorcism, you bastards.
Yeah. We want to see the files.
We'll stand outside if we have to. Just me and Lynn's.
Yeah. They'll be like...
Exercised yet?
Yeah. Stop lying to us.
Stop lying to us.
We want the truth.
Do it for the children.
There goes the children. Oh, do some ugly crying.
Oh.
Right then.
That's a thumbnail.
What have we been watching? What's a witch been watching? So now we want to know if you've been watching, you're reading, or finding out what news do we know about this week.
Put the wine down. She is.
I've only had a couple of sips.
Absolutely sauced.
Bloody not. You wait. I'll send you some pics later.
Look,
the night is young.
I've been trying to get Lindsay out for a night out in a while. And we just can't. Why is motherhood doing this to us?
I know. Although I did go to a wedding last week. It was my lovely cousin Claire married her beloved Andy. Congratulations, guys. It was a lovely time.
Guys.
I saw my lovely family. They're all from Mansfield town. And
What's the accent?
Hey up me duck.
Oh, hello, duck.
Yeah.
Fly.
But they, it was nice to see them all, and we all drank a lot, and sang songs, even though I had no voice. I was like, what's wrong with your voice?
Yeah. She is recovered, kind of, from the lurgy.
Oh my god. I felt all right. It was just I couldn't bloody speak, which I mean Matt was absolutely thrilled about. But I was like trying to shout at the kids. I
Can't blame
I
him.
couldn't do me bloody report for work because I
No.
couldn't talk.
It was very
It seems-
quiet. It was a very quiet week at work.
Not in the typing though.
No.
Although I was only in
Oh my
Wednesday
God.
to Friday, so it was a very quick week for me.
The
But yes, we do need to plan a
we're gonna
night out. I want her to go to the King Charles, like I've already mentioned. We also want to
Never
go.
been.
You need to go. I'll buy you a pie. It'll be
Take
fantastic.
me.
Let's go. Let's go now. Come on.
We're
Put your wine down.
We're gonna go. We're gonna plan. We're gonna go for a drink and plan some spooky adventures, aren't we?
We need to book something in because I need to get out this house. I need to go somewhere and do something fun and spooky, please. So let's get
go.
something booked in.
Let's go, bitch.
Let's go, girls. Girls.
Let's go, witch. No,
You tried.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
That's
I'll
fine.
forgive you.
That's fine.
That's fine. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's
So-
move on.
Right, let's
What?
go on to film first. See, I watched. So what? Film recommendation. What's that one that you want? Apex. I better write it down. Apex. Is it one to watch with the family?
No,
Okay.
you and Matt. When you've got your wine, just go, Matt, I've got a film
We
for
can
us,
hold
babe.
hands and watch people eat each other. It'd be great.
I don't know about that. It's kind of. It's got Charlize Theron.
Theron. She's an
Theron.
ugly bitch, isn't she?
Jesus Christ, she's vile.
She makes me
If you don't understand sarcasm, this is not the podcast for you. It's interesting. It's an interesting film. I'll be interested. Oh, so interesting to hear your thoughts about it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Because it's kind of. It seems to be the different take on psychopaths and how they function in society.
Oh, interesting. I shall watch.
That's right.
Do you say
That's
it's on
what I said.
Netflix? Okay. Well, I was forced to watch Scream 3 by my 10-year-old. We did watch it.
And 10-year-old.
I'm not being funny, but Sydney needs to just
Have a day off.
move out of that town, like go on holiday.
Mm.
Why would you stay there? And
Get a life, love.
they could kill her numerous times, and then at the end of it, the Ghostface gives like a full monologue of why they're doing it. Like either kill him or don't, you know?
I've got to be honest. I don't think I've watched the Scream past one. Like, but I think I've watched the first reboot Scream.
Yeah. Well, it's not scary. This is why I let
Yeah.
the kids watch it, because I'm like, this isn't real, right? They're not actually stabbing them. Like, it's pretend.
Why is it a horror film then? Why is it in the horror film genre?
Is it?
Because it isn't.
It's a slasher? Is that what it
It
is?
is a slasher. It is a slasher.
Is it difference between a horror? Because
But,
it's
like,
it's more about the people, isn't it, that are in it? Than like that.
Yeah, but if you see him, like, he's like Ghostface is like a horror icon. He's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, he's here.
Nothing
He's
to me.
I've got him here. Can we
Where is he? Where is the
He's
little
here.
prick?
And that's what Ava went as for Halloween this year, because
This year.
or last year, the most recent of the Halloweens.
Okay.
Yes.
If you kind of put him into like the horror categories though, yeah, you're right. He's not scary. It's not a scary film.
But he was
Definitely
technically
not.
in Scary Movie, which I actually, controversially, enjoy more than the actual Scream.
Are you going to watch the new one?
I want to. I won't be taking my children.
Really?
The kids haven't watched any of the Scary Movies because I think they're more controversial than the actual Scream.
There's a lot of boobs.
It's a lot of tits, a lot of like,
Ass.
it's more the sexual innuendos and the hinting of it I don't want the kids to see. Like the pretend stabbing and the pretend blood, I'm like, this isn't real, guys, and they're like, yeah.
Take my strong hand.
Yeah, it's pretend. I'm in the mashed potato.
I hate that.
But it's
Take
funny.
my strong hand.
We always
It is
still say, "Take my
love.
strong hand."
Take my strong hand.
It's the best. But yeah,
It's
Scream 3. But it's up to like Scream 7 or something now. But now I feel like I've watched 3 of them. I should watch the rest.
Yeah, but that's like Final Destination though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've only watched one of those, I think. It's like, I
um,
get it. The
Matt,
concept isn't new, is it? Get
no,
it?
the first Final Destination is pretty good. Matt likes the Final Destination films, and I think is it Bloodline? I think the latest one is on it was the most recently released. I haven't watched it yet.
I did watch it a long time ago. I think I was like a teenager.
But you have to admit, like with the Final Destination films, like if you were behind a truck with a
Yeah.
lot of wood, you
Yes.
don't like driving behind.
Or sunbeds.
Yes, sunbeds, roller coasters, and that. You're like, fuck no.
So other film recommendations. It's Apex. I don't think there's anything else at the minute, but we do need to go on to a documentary that we have both watched this week.
I think everyone's
and that
watched
is
it.
Should I Marry a Murderer?
No.
End credits.
End of. This is taking the world by storm.
We were talking about it, weren't there? There's so many videos as well. And it's like, my fiance's told me about the murder that he's just done, and she's like that.
What? You know what? She's a very difficult character to make up. What are your thoughts on it?
She was clearly quite a vulnerable person that was clearly in a very manic episode and hadn't been supported. She thought she was doing the right things and was just making all the wrong choices. So someone with a sound frame of mind, I don't think would have made the decisions that she did.
No.
Like, obviously, spoilers, like you said. Like, outing a boyfriend and telling the police about what he's done, and then having him over at the flat and having a bend, like taking over drugs. But it was also strange that she was like a doctor and
pathologist,
and then was like living the way that she was. It was bizarre, wasn't it? She was winding you up, wasn't she?
I was getting irate, I will admit, because she is a doctor, but a pathology, like they have to go for additional kind of education to be a pathologist. She's a really smart woman. But then when she was because she's obviously been in we didn't know the ins and outs of her relationship before. He sounded like a bit of a prick. Like when she was singing in the car, he used to hate it or whatever. Like they clearly weren't suited, and that's fine. That's a blessing that you weren't kind of getting married to someone who isn't going to like you for you. But then she jumps. She's clearly so desperate for love that she jumps right into Tinder. And by the way, like I met Matt on Tinder, but I went through a whole period of not great experiences, some great experiences, some not great experiences.
Had some awful ones, didn't you? Bloody hell.
And then I obviously met the love of my life, which is Matt.
Yeah.
But to give your number out straight away on Tinder,
like, she was like just her general behaviour was like just like dangerous. Like she'd only just met this, well, not even met him, like got this number of this guy, and then she was going to some remote house in the middle of nowhere to go and meet this man she didn't even know. Like
it's massively ironic because you go like, if I was single and I said to you, I've met this guy on Tinder, I'm going to his house, and you'd be like, how long have you known him? And literally about an hour. I'm just going to his house or
bitch,
whatever.
you're not going there. No.
Your words might be he might be a murderer, and fuck me.
It's some
that would be right. That would be right in this case, because it was just I felt I was really conflicted because I felt quite sorry for her at times because I kind of understand that she might be lonely, but
she thought she was in love with him, so was sort of torn about where her loyalty should lie, about whether obviously this. She was saying like the guy that died was like a husband and a father, but then her partner that she loved or thought she loved or whatever, had done it, and then the way that he'd sort of covered it up and the lack of remorse, and there was no empathy to this family, but then she'd be like, but then would still allow him to come back in life. Like if I found something like that, like if Matt had told me, I don't know, but I know that Matt's not a psychopath. So it's probably different. And I'm married to him and he's the father of my children, not just some random dude I've just met, you know? So maybe
Or
it'd be
like,
different.
it would be different though. But you, like, he's not, and he's also not someone who's proposing to you after a couple of months. Like,
No.
you
No,
know,
Natalie, he didn't do it after a couple of months. It took him
no.
10 years.
I see. I think that
I'm
is.
not bitter about it. I'm over it. It's fine.
You're married now. Get over.
I'm just telling you guys that nagging works, okay? Keep going, girls. You can do this. I believe in you.
But to have someone propose to you after a few months is wild. I mean,
Yeah.
live your life, whatever.
But she was obviously, he knew that she was going to say yes because that's the type of person that
course.
she was. It was just like this risk taking, like.
But it's interesting because you're never going to kind of because in her mind, you know, when they met, she now thinks that, oh, did he kind of meet me because he knew what my job was? Like, he was asking her, like, oh, you know, if you burn a body, like, how long does it take to burn a body and all that kind of stuff. And now she has that doubt in her mind. But she still kind of went on with the kind of facade of, like, she even said they went into their own bubble.
Yeah, but you know when they meet these types of people, because he must have some sort of personality disorder or whatever, and they then become the person that they think this other person wants them to be, to sort of draw them in.
Yeah, definitely.
To entice them, because they want that person to stay with them. So then they think, oh, all the good sides are so good, and they're not. They're fake. It's all just made up. They're doing it to manipulate them, to make them stay and do what they want. So she thinks that's real, but it's not. And because she's vulnerable, she's gone, oh, all right then. Like, oh, it's not that bad. And, oh, but he might have killed someone, but, you know, he's a real nice guy. Like, no, that's not really how it works, is it?
I don't know about you, but I understand. I had empathy for it at the start. Because there's a lot of stuff on TikTok, like bashing anyone that bashes her. And it's just like, hang on, like, if she's gone on a documentary and put it out to the world,
I mean,
you
I'm
need
not
to
down for
accept
that.
there's going to be opinions.
Yeah, but I'm also not. It depends what the opinions are. Like, like you said, she knows that people are going to have opinions about sort of the decisions that she made, because I think she knows that the decisions that she made were mental. Like, she is fully aware that she was not sane of mind at the time. I suppose it's just how people put it out there, like people trolling her and stuff. I'm not up for that. I don't think that's cool.
No.
Like,
no, that's
just
shit.
leave her be. She's told a story, whether you know, want to talk about it or not. She knows that people that will. That's the whole point, that she's made the documentary. But yeah, there's just certain ways. I do think she would probably think it's funny, the videos that some of the people are putting out, like her, like they say, like, typical millennials in a trauma, and she's got like the filters on, like the cat or the dog filters, and just like just hanging out with my murderer boyfriend.
That's legit though. That made
But that's
so fucking cringe.
That's what we were like, what? So does she know she's making a documentary about this? So she's like, oh, I better get all this content so I can stick it in my documentary when I go to Netflix.
Great. In a documentary, like just when they were in the car and she was talking about being on a 3-day bender or something like that, you just think, hun, you're a fucking doctor, what are you doing?
But then running on drugs, aren't they?
I just threw my microphone.
Goodness, you're so passionate about this. You're
I'm
smashing
so
up your room.
I'm back. Hello.
Hey,
professional. When she was talking, she just sounded so sorry for herself, and I get it. But actually, hun, take a step back, because there's a bloke who went on a bike ride 3 years ago, and his family just never saw him since.
He was like
so I've got more empathy
as well, wasn't he? That makes it even worse.
Yes, I've more empathy for that family who hadn't known.
Yeah, and then it was also how, when we found out later on, how they'd left him to just sort of die. Like, he wasn't dead initially, was he? They just left him to just like slowly die, and like the fact that he was just absolutely didn't give two shits about this bloke. Like, I'd be mortified. I'd be like doing anything to help him. Like, any person, what you think any person would be like, oh my God, are you okay? Let's try and help you. But he was just like, we'll come back in a bit and see if it's dead. Like, that's no.
It was interesting how they kind of like filmed that though, because they kind of did a segment where they were talking about him and his twin brother going out in the car and shooting at things randomly, and I was like, oh God, is this gonna be like, are they gonna just have shot him or something? But no, it turned out like they did hit him with a car and essentially just left him to fucking die.
And the thing is, it's like they hit him with a car. It was dark. It was, he probably wasn't particularly well sort of like illuminated or whatever. Nobody could blame them for that happening. It was just an accident, and that's shit. But also, it wasn't a deliberate act. It's afterwards that they've just gone, oh well, like, hopefully he dies and we'll just hide him. Not going, oh, let's try and get this bloke some help. Because really, they probably wouldn't have gone to prison. They probably would have just been like, oh, like, shit, sorry, like, it totally wasn't our intention for this to happen. And, they might have, lost their license or something, but at least, no one's gone to prison and no one's dead.
No, they just kind of buried him in a grave with just deer offs and stuff.
Yeah. I just, hope that this woman goes on and has a normal life now.
I hope so. She seems like she's in a new relationship and stuff like that. Live your best life, queen, but fucking hell.
Yeah. What a story.
What a story. I was just like...
If you haven't watched it and we've totally spoiled it for you, sorry, but I do recommend that you watch it because it is a very interesting documentary.
It is very good. Yeah, it's very good.
It's on Netflix. And then I finished watching Haunting of Hill House last night.
You decided to rewatch it? What made you want to rewatch it?
I hadn't watched it. So this was the first time I'd watched it. So I think I watched the first couple of episodes. And I just found it difficult because the kids were about, and it's like they go to bed later, and it's like, oh. So I ended up just watching it. I didn't find it scary. Gonna be honest. I understand like how it could be scary, but that isn't the sort of thing that I find scary. I find the stuff scary that I feel could be real, like really could happen. Like maybe it's stuff like, I don't know, an apocalypse, or I mean, an apocalypse might not happen, but if I'm empathizing and being about people being in a certain situation, or more like a thriller horror, do you know what I mean? Not spooky.
I understand.
So I mean, I found the first couple of episodes slow. I was like, because they kept switching back and forth, didn't they, to like the present and the past, and I was like, there was a lot of talking, and they're talking about a lot, and it's like, oh come on, I feel like things could have been wrapped up a bit quicker. The last couple of episodes were good, so probably half of that season were really good. The other half, I was like, come on.
It's been a while since I watched it. I think the scene that sticks in my mind is when they're in the car and she just screams.
Yeah.
That fucked me up. I did like that.
I thought the gross thing was when she jumped off the thing and broke her neck.
Yeah, so
that was a bit like, oh, but I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense now. And it was like putting the puzzle pieces together. That was good, but I just thought the lead up to it, I was like, oh my god, come on, let's get going. What's the crack? What's the crack with this house?
I think it was quite new for Netflix at the time to have this kind of series, that because Matt's watched like Midnight Mass and stuff, and he says that's really good.
I know that they've got other ones out. There's another one, isn't there? The Haunting
Bly Manor. It's not very good.
Not as good. I feel like I need to watch it though, just for shits and gigs. But yeah, I really want something juicy that I can get into. I haven't watched Handmaid's Tale. Nicole has been like, get into that. That's another thing, is like that Matt wouldn't watch that with me, so that's gonna have to be a sit on my own and watch thing.
I haven't watched the last season.
Well, that's what she's watching now, and she's like, I need you to watch this so I can talk to you about it. So I'm gonna have to do that.
You. Nicole needs to come on the podcast.
She does. Nicole watches everything. I don't know where she finds the time. She's not read for a long time though, and that's because she has a 2-year-old. Prior to Harry, she read a lot, but I know that you're in a bit of a book slump at the minute, aren't you, love?
I'm up the slump of all slumps, mate, and it's driving me mad. So currently, I'll show you. I'm currently reading trying to read this.
What's it called? Black Farm.
Return to the Black Farm.
Yeah.
So I read the first one, loved it. It's like horror. It is horror. It's intense horror, gory horror, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So I was trying to get more kind of into it. So basically, it's the first book, spoilers, is a guy and his wife or his girlfriend kill themselves, and then they end up in purgatory, and it's this place called Black Farm, and they're just tortured, basically. So they need to try and escape it. So I'm kind of like, I'm not even that much into it. I'm like this into it.
But it's like, you can't get going. Some books you just cannot put down. And it's like me with this bloody tandem read. I can't even be
Are you
bothered to
still
read it.
tandem reading?
I've just not read. I've just gone, can't be bothered to even do it.
I hate that. It's so disheartening when you get into a slump, because it's like, I love reading.
All of the ACOTAR books, I absolutely just absorbed. I was just like that. Devoured the whole thing. Done. And then Throne of Glass, I've done up to this point, and I'm just like, oh my God, just can't get going.
But haven't you like read the whole of Throne of Glass? But then you're doing this you've gone back and done this tandem read.
No, so the whole of you read the Throne of Glass up until Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn, and you either read one and then the other, because they happen at the same time. They're in the same timeline, but it's following two different people's perspectives. So they say to read them so you're following the same timeline of each book.
No,
and I'm like, oh, for the love of God. Like, then I read a couple of chapters and then I'm like, oh, then got to switch back to the other book, and it's just like,
no, that's not enjoyable, mate.
It's a pain in the ass. I should have just read one whole book and then read the other, but live and learn. I don't know whether to just continue and just read one, finish it, and then just read the rest.
Maybe you should. Maybe that's helpful. Like, I think the trouble is I got into my slump because I was reading really annoying shit with really annoying MMCs.
Oh.
Like, these insufferable bastard MMCs who I just was like, okay. Like the book I was reading before this. So I DNF'd a book, and it was called We Who Are About to Die. We Who Will Die, and it was kind of like a vampire Roman gladiator mix. But
what makes you decide to stop reading it? Is it just because the writing's so shit, or the story's shit, or what? Like, is it just
all of the above?
You just cannot bring yourself to finish it.
I cannot connect. Not connect, but I cannot. Yeah, I guess connect with these characters. But like the book I DNF'd, it was just there were so many characters and so many names. And they're giving you these names, and you're like, why? Because they're not relevant. So what are you giving me these fucking names for? I don't care about these people. And it was just all over the place. I was over halfway through the book, and I was like, no, I'm done. And I hate DNF in a book.
Yeah. Same.
Life is too short to read something you're not enjoying. So I DNF'd. Then I went on to this book. I'll show you. I put it back on my shelf. I haven't sold it on Vinted yet. I started reading this book, Rein Me In. I thought, I haven't read a cowboy.
Is it like a romancy book?
I haven't read a cowboy romance in a while. And I liked it because the FMC is a plus size girl. And I thought, cool. You're right. The first few chapters, she was calling her dad daddy, and it gave me the ick.
No. You stop calling your dad. I don't think my 10-year-old calls.
No, she's 29. She's 29 in the book, and I was like, no, sis, it's done it. So,
Daddy.
Like, she's from Texas and all this kind of stuff, like, Daddy, fuck off.
No.
Grow up.
Oh, that's annoying. We should do because I know you've got a TikTok page, haven't you? We should do Nat recommends books, and then we could talk about that. Put that in.
Yeah, I've got loads of books I recommend.
Yeah, I think I need to give Throne of Glass a break. I know people say it's the best series I've ever read, but the tandem reads just destroyed it for me a little bit. I think once I finish it, Kingdom of Ash is the last book, but it's an absolute whopper. It's huge. So I think maybe
everyone says it's incredible though.
They do, but I think what I need to do is just read some shorter, like faster paced books after this tandem read so I can kind of get the love for it back. Because, you know, there's something satisfying when you finish a book that's been good, but it's like, didn't take too long to, you just get through it and you're like, oh, yeah, that was good.
I think you need a palate cleanser.
I do. Something different.
When I finished reading like the Akatar book, when I finished like Silver Flames, I was like, because it's such a big book, I was like, mate, I need a palate cleanser.
And something that's like not fantasy, something
Not
that's
fantasy.
Because fantasy is quite a lot of world building and a lot of names and a lot of places and a lot of like, I don't know, war of different places, and you're like, what the actual fuck is going on? So I need something straightforward, a bit more true to life.
Something a bit silly, maybe a bit romantic.
Yeah, I think maybe I just need something a bit like easier going. It's not quite so hardcore.
To be honest, that's why I started reading like horror, because like, you know, there's nothing nice about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, get me back into Akatar, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
we'll get back into it. I'm gonna try and find. I think maybe I'm just gonna park this tandem read and just read something else, and then hopefully I can go back to it.
You should. Has there been any crime cases you've been watching?
Documentaries?
Well, no, like anything in the news.
Oh, so we have got something in the news, which do you know what? Found really hard to follow. I want to know about it, but I also don't want to know about it, and that's about Athena Strand.
Oh my God.
The 7-year-old in America. Honestly, absolutely breaks my heart seeing that little girl's face in those images.
I can't.
But honestly, I think we're both mothers of girls, and just the idea of anything happening to them is just like makes me feel sick. I just can't. So the poor parents that have gone through this, and it happened in 2022, so they've had years of this.
It's been a long time.
The FedEx driver, Tanner Horner, pleaded guilty to capital murder on April the 7th. So the Texas jury reached its decision on Tuesday after 19 days of testimony, and the sentence will be automatically appealed to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. I think that the prosecutors on death penalty, so that's what they've said by lethal injection. But to me, it feels far too civilized for somebody that has done something so horrific. I don't know. It's kind of, you want him to suffer as much as she has.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I think
Is that my dog?
That is your dog. Buddy!
It is. I can hear it.
Roof!
There might be somebody outside the window. How dare they walk past our house?
He's hearing us talk about Tanner Horner.
He's like, who is that prick? I hate him. And I'm a dog.
Honestly, I think it's quite telling that after so long a trial, like 19 days, that the jury kind of put him to death after about 2.5 hours. They were just like, fuck this guy. And his defense was, trauma, and I've got
literally clutching at straws.
Fuck off, mate.
They were just clutching at straws. They were trying to find any reason. He knew exactly what he was doing when he did it. It was his full intention to take that girl and hurt her and abuse her like he did, and then kill her. Like, he knew what he was doing. And is she the first? Is she the first one? Because he seemed to have done this with absolute ease. No issues with just doing it. I know that he even thought about covering the camera, but they could still hear the audio. So I mean, that was horrific. I haven't heard that. Have you heard it?
He's not. No, my God.
I was about to say,
the judges said that it's never going to be released.
They said that the jury were like traumatized by it.
Yeah, anyone would be. Like, it sounds fucking horrible. I swear to God, like, there was like a little, I did I send it to you? There was a video there where someone asked a group of mothers a question saying, would you kill for your child? And all these mothers turn around going, no, I don't think I would. And you're like, bitch, what?
I was like, yeah. Sorry, I would.
If Tanner Horner ever did that, I'd
Yeah.
flay that motherfucker alive.
Uh-huh. Well, it's like there was, I can't remember the case, but that there was a mum that shot someone in court, didn't she? She was like, and the dad. A dad did it from his boy was abused, and he shot him.
Good.
It's almost like that's too civilized for him as well. Just being
massively
shot.
civilized.
Yeah.
So he's going to sit on death row for a few years. Apparently, he's not allowed too much visitors and stuff. It's all very isolated. But
you know, he's going to be a target in prison because
fingers
they
crossed.
they don't like people that abuse and kill children. They don't like the paedophiles.
No. Just don't kill him. That's all we ask. You know, do what you like to him. Just don't kill him because.
Well, actually, even if they did, I'd be like, well, do you know what? That's the least civilized way that he could go. He should be scared. He should feel scared for his life, just like she did. What a horrible human being. Let's not give him any more time. Here's to Athena. Here you go, Athena.
Athena.
I wish you rest in peace. And she's, happy.
I hope so.
No.
I hope so. It's just, I can't, I think I like you said, I've really struggled to kind of look at this because it's kind of, it's a child murder that's so kind of, there's so much evidence, like actual physical evidence of like pictures and audio, and you just think, I don't think there's been any of that.
I think it's because it's very like there in our face, like we can, it's visual, isn't it? And you're like, oh my god, seeing her little face in that picture, I swear. I remember I read the article and then I went and took the dog a walk and all I could think about was her and her little face.
Yeah.
God,
picture your kids and it's just like, oh my god, the feeling in your, it's just this kind of like lead ball that sits in your chest and you just think, I can't.
Like, what would you do in that situation? Yeah.
I just know. But it's I mean, in another kind of story that I've been following, little bit kind of uplifting because I was fucking delighted when this happened, but obviously the trial for the two guys that murdered Ian Watkins has been happening.
Oh yeah.
There was a video that got released today of him, like, you can't really see him, but he's kind of stumbling out of his cell after he's been like stabbed in the neck.
Oh, never. Yeah, I heard that they said something like they did something to his voice, so he couldn't actually tell them who did it or couldn't speak or something like that.
So I don't know what the reasons they did it for. I don't think that's clear. I think it was a bit of kind of like, like, what's the word? Becoming kind of something in the prison, like, oh, you the person that offed Ian Watkins, which is just like
notoriety.
Notoriety. That's the word. So I don't think he was doing it for whatever reason. Like we would probably do
morally,
it. Which was just
they're just doing it for their
reasons. They're just doing it to become famous and renowned for doing it. But
do you know what though?
Anyway,
you've got to think that if you're in there anyway for like a prolonged period of time and you're not getting out, like, what have they got to lose?
Do you know what? Funny enough, I spoke to a girl on TikTok, and her sister, she said was a paramedic up in Wakefield, and she didn't attend that day, but she'd obviously heard what happened. He was dead, like there was nothing they could do and things like that, but apparently the wound was so deep, like in his throat. Like, it's quite amazing that they probably went for it. A fair play to him, because that man,
we should cover him really, but then we'd have to talk about that. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
I remember going to see, because I was emo and going to see Lost Prophets. I went to see Lost Prophets in Birmingham. I think I was 17. And I just remember it being just the greatest time because I just loved the band. And
well, you weren't to know, were you?
No, but then you read the dates, and apparently it's one of the dates we were in Birmingham was one of the dates that he kind of, something happened with a victim or a young girl, and you just think, oh God, that's just grim, mate.
I tell you, we're not made for this, are we? We're not made for this world.
Rest in peace, Ian Watkins.
Yeah. Hope you get bummed by the devil.
Devil
bumming.
Devil bumming.
Right then. So I think that's it. I think that's all we were going to talk about, to be honest, love.
Yeah.
What are we going to be chatting about next week? Next time on Such a Wish.
Such a Wish. It's going to be a bit of true crime. Love.
Ooh, but we're going to keep it hush hush until then. We shall
We'll put a teaser out.
reveal.
Yeah. Later in the week, we'll put a teaser out. I have done a teaser. I was so happy with the teaser I did. Did you like it?
Yeah, I watched it. It was great.
Took fucking ages. So we'll put it out later in the week. It's a bit of a local case, I would say. It was a pretty local case. It's a pretty shocking case as well. So our first step into true crime.
Ooh, true crime. I'm excited. That's been fun. Oh, that's been a nice little chit chat. Well, I'll have to start watching. I'm going to watch your weird film about cannibals. I'm going to watch some different TV programs. I'm going to find a new series as I've finished what I've
Let me know. Have you watched The Boys? It's not
The Boys. Is that the one? The
superhero one.
Superhero thing. See, I tried watching that with Matt, and he was like, "This is shit." But my
it's
brother
really
Adam,
not.
My brother Adam has recommended it, and I think if he thought it was good, it probably is. Is it on?
Mate,
it's on Prime, isn't it?
Prime.
Yeah.
It's the last season, so don't try and get into don't try and look at anything because you get spoilers. So it's so good. It's brilliant.
Oh, that'll have to be to watch when Matt's not around and he's watching the football in the other room.
Okay, now, Matt.
And then I'm going to see if we've got if there's any new documentaries on Netflix.
Let us know.
We need to watch that. Send it. Write a comment in our comment section. Also, should we give a shout out to the lady that was commenting on our last 2 videos? I wish you well, darling.
Actually, that's lady.
I hope you don't trouble yourself too much with what we are getting up to in our private time. I just hope that you have a happy and long life, but stop commenting in our comment section because we're not interested. Thanks, though. Peace out.
Mwah.
God bless.
Stay spooky. Stay spooky, darling.
Stay spooky, darlings.
Ooh.
Bye.
Stay spooky, darling.